Greetings, weirdos. I hope you are well. And I thank you so much for paying me with your attention. So grateful for you. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you. I don't know exactly where I'm going to go with this video, but I got to lay some shit out, okay? I don't want you to be afraid, all right? There is nothing to be afraid of in this world right now, except for maybe the entity that governs our mental, but you have the strength inside you to overcome what is going on. You have the strength inside of you, the courage inside of you to speak your heart and your truth right now. Because that's the only thing that you can do. That's the only thing that we can do right now to change this world, to change our perceptions, to help to guide others into those perceptions that are, world changing. You know what I mean? I had a revelation tonight. A huge one, okay? When I go out into public and I'm not wearing a muzzle and people can see my smile, and when I talk to them, they see my mouth moving, they see me smile at them in conjunction with my beautiful eyes looking at them, it does something to them. It does something. And we didn't realize this before. I didn't realize this before because we never had to wear muzzles before all this, all these shenanigans going down in the world. We didn't realize it as much. I didn't realize it as much, but I realize now how much my smile, how much my beautiful smile, and people being able to see my mouth when I'm talking to them, my beautiful dimples, how much it brings them light, okay? It's unreal. And I used to spend a lot of time, of course, I talk to everybody in public, okay? As long as there's not a line behind me, I'm talking to the cashier. We're going to talk and have a little conversation, I'm going to ask them about themselves. I'm going to ask them how they're feeling. I'm going to ask them about how they're feeling with what's going on in the world, And then it would always come back to like, oh, the fucking mask, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Because I'm finding that when I sit and talk with people and I say, you know what all this means, what's going down in the world right now, you know what all of it means? It means that a beautiful world is coming. And that this old world is collapsing right before our eyes. And thank God for it. My God. Isn't this world a shit show? I mean, our system. The world is not a shit show. Humanity's not a total shit show. But our system is a fucking shit show, okay? And even those who agree with me on that, they're still on board with this bullshit narrative that's being played out. So it's like, well, what can you do with that? I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, I have a deep sense, a clear cognizance, if you will, that what is happening in the world is for the better, that we need to let it go. We need to let this bullshit world fall apart so that we can create a new one. And in the meantime, our bullshit system, our narcissistically structured system, and those soulless beings that were created by it, they will fall apart too. It's all gonna fall away. The slavery that we live under, where we work and live paycheck to paycheck just to pay our bills and never get ahead, it's over. It's done with. We gotta let it go. We gotta let it fall apart. In the meantime, what we can do, what I've been trying to do, is conquer my fears, build my courage, speak my truth, yet still try to accept others for who they are and what they are, and how they perceive the world. It's so hard to do, you know? We live in such a world of duality. It's so hard to, at least for me, to battle that kind of shit. But one truth that I know is that this slavery, this human slavery that we've all been living in, it's going bye-bye. It will be no more. Am I saying that things aren't going to be ugly? No. I do think that things are going to get real ugly. And those that are strong will prevail. Those that are weak will perish. Those that value money over life, it's a sad, sad play of cards for you guys. For them. Maybe not you, but for them. Those that can look past money and look at abundance as something other than money, having money. Look at abundance as having love and life and the things that you need to get by. Not just money, money, money. A brand new, beautiful world is coming for us. I promise you. I promise you. Mark my words. I do wholeheartedly believe that we are about to go into a depression. Okay? Things are going to get tough. And only the strong will survive. Okay? I do feel this in my heart. That it is coming. It's coming. And I hope you're preparing. I really do. Food, water, canned goods, non-perishables. I hope you're preparing. I hope you're preparing for a potential grid outage. Okay? And I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But at the same time, it's better to be prepared, no? There's a prepper that I listen to on YouTube, and he says, I can't remember his name. I'm so sorry. He says something about, stocking up on food and stuff right now. If I'm wrong, I will eat my mistakes. But if you're wrong, what are you going to eat, right? Think about it. I think that's a beautiful concept. I think it's a good idea to just be prepared, okay? As far as a grid outage, if you live in a cold climate, I think you better be prepared for something along the lines of that to happen. I have very little means, but I have enough if I need to. If you have a basement, you lose power, you can always go in your basement, okay? It's always going to be between 50 and 60 degrees in your basement. Just little tips, all right? In case there does happen to be some kind of grid outage, you live in a cold climate and you don't know what to do. I'm getting off track, but I do think that we might be coming into a very ugly time, where the weak won't survive. But at the same time, we are going to build a better world. We are coming into the golden era, okay? A revolution is happening before our eyes. And if you are speaking your truth, if you are standing up for yourself, if you have the courage to speak your heart right now, you're ready to go. You're ready to build that new world. That's the first step right there, is to have the courage in your heart. I want to shift gears real quick, and I want to talk about duality a little bit. Some major things have been happening in my head. I've been getting major guidance from Source about duality, okay? I've been fighting duality all summer long. I've been sharing a lot this summer about my personal experiences and trying to battle my shadow side. And I'm realizing now that the duality within myself is not something to fight. Okay, it's not something to fight. It is something to embrace. Coming from a life of narcissistic abuse, I had a choice. We have choices when we grow up with trauma. When we experience trauma at a young age, as an adolescent, we have a choice. We have a choice to be strong and overcome that, or we have a choice, the lazy way out, to become a monster, just like those that hurt us, you know? I chose strength. I choose strength. But at the same time, there's that dark shadow inside of me that makes it possible for me to overcome a coping mechanism that makes it possible for me to protect myself against those soulless beings. And that's the duality inside of me, those narcissistic traits inside of me. I've had like a million narcissists over the past 6 months call me a narcissist. And of course, that instills so much thought within myself. Like, am I a fucking narcissist? Like, shit. Like, I know deep down in my heart that I love and care, that I have a genuine sense of empathy. But where do these narcissistic traits come from? You know? They're there for a reason. To fight fire with fire. I posted a couple videos this summer, I think like late July, early August, mid-August, about trying to release my toxicity, right? And I'm done with that. I'm done with it. Because I've always thought this before. I am the narcissist's worst nightmare. Yeah, you can hook me in. You can hook me in. But the narcissists, they always underestimate me. Because I am a fucking psychopath. While I am completely capable of unconditional love, of empathy, of kindness, I can be a cunt too. I can play that game. I can play that narcissist game, you know? I am embracing this duality now. I'm not going to suppress it because it has protected me. It has protected me so many times. I'll give somebody so many chances until I just have to mirror them to protect myself. You know what I mean? I just want to lay that out a little bit. I'm just like, these past couple weeks I've been coming to a lot of revelations, okay? And I'm done fighting my duality and I'm ready to embrace it because it protects me. And I'm just a badass mofo, you know? I get underestimated by a narcissist thinking they can walk all over me like a fucking doormat. Don't always read a book by its cover. Don't always judge a book by its cover. You know what I'm saying? I give a lot of credit to Empath Uprising, Pete Sapper. I heard about the Heyoka empath a long time ago, and it didn't really start to register with me until now. I got a message from Source saying, hey, look into this Heyoka. Okay, I just kept getting like signs about it and messages about it, you know? So I started digging a little deeper and I found Pete Sapper, Empath Uprising on YouTube, and he has really opened my eyes, okay? I've been studying NPD, Narcissistic Personality Disorder, for about 8 years, okay? I always just called those people juju suckers. And then I discovered what narcissism was about 8 years ago. It was about 2012, 2013. And Empath Uprising, Pete Sapper, you have changed my perceptions in a matter of a couple weeks. Let me tell you what. Because I'm done. I'm done feeling guilty. And I'm ready to embrace these dark sides, these shadow sides of myself, in order to protect myself, in order to grow. Because I know damn well I am not a bad person, okay? But if I gotta fight fire with fire, you bet your sweet ass I'm gonna. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I am no fucking doormat. I thank you so much for paying me with your attention. I really do. I'm sorry I had no structure. I just needed to blah. Okay. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Heyoka, all right, very soon, because I feel that's something that I need to talk about. If you're looking for any other further guidance, please, Empath Uprising on YouTube. He's fucking amazing. He is fucking spot on with a lot that he says, okay? He's a beautiful soul. Just go take a look. Go take a look. I insist. There's a lot of other mentors regarding NPD. If you're interested, go ahead and send me a message. I'm more than happy to let you know. But of course, if you have battled NPD from birth, chances are you are an empath. And I think it's super beneficial to look to some guidance with that kind of spin on it, okay? With the more empathetic side of it, all right? If you really need anything at all, please, if you want to even talk about your cat's UTI, I don't give a shit. Go ahead and send me a message, all right? Ali Soul on Snapchat, Ali Soul 11 on Instagram, Facebook Messenger. Just leave me a comment here, you know? Hit me up. Be well. Be strong.